Hi, I'm Susan Bratton. Have you wondered, why did my sex life get boring instead of better the longer we've been together? Has it puzzled you that you had great sexual chemistry? I mean, that's a big reason you chose her, right? And now that deeply satisfying, breathless kind of lovemaking is ever more sporadic or even non-existent. Have you ever been curious about what it might take, or if it's even possible for a guy like you to fix, actually repair your woman's sex drive and make her hot for you again? As the man of the house, the patriarch, domestic stability, happiness, and security are a core part of your manly mission. But when you're not getting enough sexual satisfaction, this all feels like a burden, like oppression. What if it doesn't have to be like this? What if you could rekindle the passion you once had? Hey, even advance your sex life to new levels of pleasure. Here are the 4 questions to ask yourself to know if your situation is too far gone or your woman's issues aren't resolvable. At the end of this video, I'm going to ask you to enter your first name and best email address to get your copy of Is Her Sex Drive Repairable? When you're having a heart-to-heart with yourself later today, you can review these questions in the ebook you've downloaded. And why am I your sex life champion? You're probably wondering. Well, I've been with my husband for 20 years, and though we now have a really fantastic sex life, see if my past story might be like your situation now, as it is for so many of the men that I work with. You see, I know it's possible for a guy to stop being miserable because he's not getting the quality or quantity of intimacy, touch, and sex he wants in his marriage or with his girlfriend. Feeling angry because she controls the when and how much. The lack of physical pleasure tainting your whole life, not just your sex life. In a way, it's crippling your masculinity, because she doesn't match your desire for passion or the amount of intimacy you crave. So when my man revived my drive, friends saw how we couldn't keep our hands off each other again, how we would make eye contact across a crowded room. He felt solid, masculine, grounded, and my femininity blossomed because our intimate life was finally so exciting, satisfying, and soul-connected again. Our friends begged us, tell us what you did, what's your secret? How did we go from detached platonic roommates who slept side by side in misery every night to the other extreme, wondering, are we spending too much time in bed together? We haven't seen a movie in years. I'm living proof it's possible to go from shut down to turned on by the same guy I've been with for over 7,300 nights and counting. I wanted to know, was our process for rebuilding our passion replicable for you? Could you do what my man did, literally rekindle your woman's libido to the point where she lusts after you again? Want to know how you can systematically reawaken her interest in, not just relenting to your requests for sex, but in loving and wanting your touch, your advances, in letting go, in surrendering to the pleasure of her body? I named this method the 4 elements of revival. The 4 elements of revival include 2 conditions that must be in place for you to be sexually successful wooing your woman back into your arms. 2 of the elements are skills you need to know how to recreate the feelings of arousal in a long-term relationship. These are seduction and sexual mastery concepts and techniques. Are you dying to know what 4 little things have to happen for you to get all the sex you want with the woman you have right now? These 4 elements of revival are also in this ebook, Is Her Sex Drive Repairable?, that you can instantly download right now. Just enter your first name and your best email address right here after you hear the 4 all-important questions that determine whether this program will work for you. Now, let's find out if you qualify. First of all, do you want to have lots of satisfying sex with your wife or your long-term girlfriend again? If you don't, just click away right now. It's okay. But if you look back 5, 10, 20 years from now, and maybe she's cheating on you or you're stuck in a loveless relationship, will you just suck it up? Or will you kick yourself for not taking action right here, right now? Are you willing to squander your erotic life force? Second question, was there sexual chemistry initially between you two? Did you choose her because you were at one time sexually compatible? Number 3, are you willing to customize your own fast path plan using a system that's helped thousands of men all over the world, while at the same time letting go of any anger or resentment that has naturally built up? When you enter your email here on this page, I'll also send you an invitation to my complimentary webinar, The Weird and Real Reason She Stopped Wanting Sex with You. It explains why it's not only not your fault, it's not her fault either. It'll give you a blast of positive motivation and make you feel hopeful again. Last question. Would you like to have an arsenal of seduction techniques specifically designed for men in long-term relationships? Listen, keeping the spark alive is hard. You're not shagging some new chickie every week. You're making love to the same woman for thousands of nights in a row. If you want to keep accelerating your pleasure skills and you're a yes, and soon she'll be a yes, to even more fun, erotic adventures, then you are a candidate for this program. These 4 questions are in this ebook, as are the 4 elements of revival and real-life turnaround stories of guys just like you. When you claim your book, you'll get a link via email tomorrow for the next video. 21 deadly mistakes men in long-term relationships make that kill your sex life. If you feel like you've lost control, this will fire you up. Then I'll also reveal the stealth turnaround tricks that work on the most hard-hearted Hannahs, the most puritanical Penelopes, and the talk-to-the-hand Heathers, because you actually leverage what she really wants, what she can't even verbalize to you, and you can do it without even talking to her about it. You'll turn your woman into a pleasure-seeking device in 24 hours. Ready to find out if your woman's sex drive is repairable? Just fill in your first name and best email to find out right now.